All right, so I want to talk about something that came across my desk of the internet, and that is the Superman slogan being officially changing in the comics. Now, I don't think this is like the first time they've tried to do something like this. There was that famous line in the Superman Returns movie where Perry White says, truth, justice, all that good stuff, and like everyone's horrified to say the American way. That. Um, and, people still are horrified to say the American way. And I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, yes, America's not the greatest place ever. I take that back. America might be the greatest place ever in human history. I almost majored in history until I realized that it's kind of like a useless degree. But when you look back through history, you'll notice real quick that we are living in the greatest time to be alive. And that's a lot thanks to America. And yes, I know, a lot of black sites across the planet, a lot of America torturing people, of course. Bad stuff. But it could be way worse. There could be an actual tyrannical government ruling the world. Like there almost was. Like in the 1940s and 30s, how there almost was a tyrannical government that was going to put people, in camps and murder people by the millions. Do you remember that? Yeah. That's kind of the birthplace of where Superman comes from, is that wartime era. He was literally made as a propaganda tool for American people, right? And so let's break down the phrase, truth, justice, and the American way. Well, truth and justice is pretty self-explanatory. We already don't have a whole lot of that in this country anyway, in this world, right? Why aren't we getting rid of those lines? So, we're left with the American way. So what is the American way? I think a lot of people have a bunch of different answers for that. And my answer is probably different than your answer, just the way it is. I would say the American way is that anybody can come to this country and build themselves up. They can make something of themselves in this country. At least that is the idea. That is the American way. No matter who you are, how poor you are, how rich you are, whatever you do in this country is up to you. That's the promise of America. And Superman has become a world savior, spreading those ideals across the world, making the world a better place. Right? So why on earth are we changing it from the American way to a better tomorrow? That's what they're changing it to. They're changing it from truth, justice, and the American way to truth and justice and a better tomorrow. That doesn't even make sense. Truth, justice, and a better tomorrow, it's almost like you're putting it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, why have something good today that's going to come tomorrow? Just be miserable today. It's a worse message. And it doesn't even fucking sound good. Say, truth, justice, and the American way, truth, justice, and a better tomorrow. It doesn't even sound good. Why is this even a debate? Because there's people around the world that don't like America, that think America's bad. So we have to protect their feelings, which is just a super American thing to do. Just care about other people and what they think. I mean, that's essentially a core value of America here. Being good. America's been the greatest force for good this planet has ever seen. There hasn't been another empire in human history that has done this much good for the planet. People have been living pretty shit lives up until the 20th century. It's a very recent thing that people are now living good and easy. And if America truly was a tyrannical empire, then what's taking them so long to get on the whole taking over everything and enslaving everybody? What's taking that so long? It's almost like they're not evil. It's almost like our government's a bunch of idiots that can't get anything done. That's not evil, that's inept. You know, like, so if you're going to blame America for anything, you can blame it for being a little inept. But they're always trying to change, Superman. I think that's been going on for a long time. They made a side character, Superman comics, Jonathan Kent, the son of Superman, not the father, the son, sometimes referred to as Superboy. They made him bisexual, which I don't really give a fuck about either way. I feel like they should kind of leave sex out of the comics for the most part. You can allude to it, but like, their comics are for kids, right? At the end of the day, like Grant Morrison famously said that, Batman's gay. Everything Batman does is very gay. That's something Grant Morrison said one time. That doesn't mean that Grant Morrison is going to write a book where Batman is having like gay sex on page 5. He's not. That's never going to happen, right? So the whole, turning a character bisexual is just a gimmick move to get new readers to buy a book. And the same thing with this Truth, Justice, and the American Way thing. It's just a gimmick to get new people to buy. People that weren't going to buy the books anyway. So I don't understand what they're trying to appeal to here. But that's like beside the point. I think sexuality should not really be a big focus in comic books. It's stupid. I want to see superheroes, doing the right thing. Not getting the rocks off every like fucking 10 pages. And I want to see Superman keep his slogan, his fucking catchphrase, his saying. Truth, justice, and the American way. What's so wrong with that? What is wrong with the American way? More people are alive now on this planet than there ever have been. And you could say America is to blame for that, is to blame for having more people alive on the planet. American ingenuity is why I can fucking make a video like this and put it on the internet for you to listen to. The American way is the reason we're all not speaking fucking German right now. And, dude, there's the actor Mike Klodowski or something, I forget his name. He was on DC Movie News. And I honestly, I want to keep the catchphrase because it's kind of tradition at this point. Superman's had it for like 70 years. Like, why are we changing something so basic and, not offensive at all? It's not offensive to anybody with half a brain. And his response back to me was, times change and values change. It's why we don't have slavery anymore. I'm like, we're really going to equate True Justice in the American Way to slavery? Nobody sees a problem with that, huh? An inoffensive saying that's actually positive all the way through. We're going to equate that to slavery. Okay. That's where I go off the rails at that point. That's where I go off the fucking rails when I hear shit like that. And I go here in the bowels of hell to talk to my camera. But yeah, man. Keep Truth, Justice, and the American Way. You can make the characters as gay as you want. If that makes you feel better, I don't care. But the saying should stay. It makes sense. I mean, for fuck's sake, Superman's literally wearing the American flag on him. People, they make characters like Homelander on The Boys to mock Superman. Superman literally is the embodiment of the American Empire. So, I don't know. I feel like this narrative is coming from people that really want to see the Empire fall. No doubt it's on its way out. There's no doubt. Empires come and go all the time. There hasn't been a single empire that has lasted on this planet. So, I assume America's not long, but it's definitely going to stay around for our lifetimes. And it's probably a good thing it stays around. I just don't get it. And people use like stupid, liberal speak and say like everything is, there's universal values that we all have. I'm like, no, there isn't. Everybody's got different fucking values. One of my values is that if you're filthy rich, you should probably give 99% of your money back to the state. I mean, if you got what? If you got $20 million a month, you tell me you can't live off $1 million a month? I certainly could live off $1 million a month. There's no reason why people need to have such excess of wealth in this country anyway. But I'm sure a lot of conservatives would disagree with that value. So everyone's got different values. But the phrase, the American way, that should be seen as an actual value everyone should have. Everybody can make something of themselves. Simple. Why would anybody be against that? Unless they're communists. From China. I don't know. Just putting two and two together. Anyway, that's it for now. Comment below, let me know what you think about them changing the Superman slogan. And we'll see you next time from hell. Bye-bye.
Health. Has he gained weight? What's he been eating? Business. How is this going to affect the stock market? Long term, short term. Politics. Does he still stand for truth, justice? All that stuff.